right, guys, moving on down. Let's take a look at the Yankees and the Tigers. Garrett Cole back in action today for the Yanks against Tyler Alexander for the Tigers. Yankees, a big road favorite here, 230. Anytime Cole steps on the mound, we're going to expect to see that. Another low total here of 7.5. Yankees, Tigers, Cole. You know, Cole has been okay, guys, but I'm still not seeing the Garrett Cole that we saw with the Houston Astros. We saw Cole, with the temper tantrum before the opener with the Yankees. Billy Crystal took too long. The Yankees marketing team took too long. This guy's kind of been on edge a little bit, and he's got great stuff, but we still have not seen the 2019 version of Garrett Cole. And why do you think that is? Mark, let's start with you on this.
Well, I think that I'm going to go into the granular numbers. He's been hit hard, and I think that that's more of a descriptive than a predictive number, and that's really kind of where he's been bad this year. Let me just say what I have it priced at, because I'm going to lay a sizable price here, minus 235, and you say, gosh, well, that's a square bet base winner, but my model has it priced at minus 375. It makes sense. I'm not high on the Tigers. I've got the Tigers at 10 games below their season win total. I've got the Yankees at 10 games above their season win total. I've got Cole 5th out of 150 pitchers. Tyler Alexander's 133rd out of 150 pitchers. So from a pricing standpoint, I could tell you how good the offense is compared. I'll tell you that the Yankees are third offensively at 121 weighted runs created plus. And Detroit 23 out of 30. The bullpen shakes up really good for the Yankees as well. But I wanted to kind of get into that Cole advanced metric, the numbers there, because if you look at what he did from a hard hit per 9 allowed in his first 2 starts, that's not good. It was 11.3 hard hits per 9 his first start versus Boston, 12.7 his second start versus Toronto. Puts it at a 41 percentile first start, 29 percentile second start. But if you look, now this is a key, and this one correlates to the next games a lot better than the hard hit per 9. This is swinging strike rate, and his swinging strike rate was 16.2% versus Boston, 18.8% versus Toronto, and that goes up to an expected strikeout percentage of 30 and 34%. So those are really nice numbers. 88 percentile in that category, 94 percentile. 88% in his first start, 94 percentile in his second start. The other thing that I really like too, as far as his stuff goes, is his stuff is showing in the 97 percentile, Tyler Alexander 10 percentile. I think this is a good opportunity to get Cole at a relatively cheap price, considering the way I have it priced on the money line.
All right, you digest all those numbers, Jeff. There will be a test at the end.
To be real frank, I consider myself pretty smart. I had my IQ tested when I was a kid. It was pretty high. I still will never understand a lot of the stuff he talks about. I know a few, I don't completely know every language. I have a pretty good grasp of certain languages, things like that. But I don't know. I just will never understand a lot of that stuff. I will say this, and I mean by no disrespect either by this. I don't quite understand why you would lay 230 here when you could just lay a run and a half. And I know the thought is, well, if they win by 1, I lose. But let's be honest here, Mark. Do you really see this as a 1-run win for the Yankees? This is a team that's on the road. They're going to get all 9 at-bats. The Detroit Tigers are going to have trouble hitting Cole. It's conceivable to think they could score no or 1 run. Their team total is 2.5 in this game. We also know that the bullpen for the Yankees is terrific. I've not had a great run with run lines here. It's not that, though, they've won by run. They'll lose outright or something. I feel like the Yankees, you're really just banking on their bats busting out, which hasn't really happened. They hit lefties well. Detroit doesn't hit righties well, and it's Garrett Cole. I think this is a great run line play. If there's run line definitions, this one is probably the one. You kind of see the Yankees winning this game like 5-1, 6-2. Like, they're going to be comfortable here.
To answer your question on the score, I've got 5.75 to 2.76. But as far as the run line goes, and this is why I play money line, every now and then I'll put a run line in, but during the season, I make my bets. I put out my plays probably at between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time the day before, and you get really good prices internationally on the money line. And comparatively, I play money line for the most part because there's just less juice involved on the overnight lines.
I would just say
that's kind of why I play the money line. But yeah, I mean, if it's a derivative, the run line's a derivative of the money line. It's probably a good play on the run line too. But again, I don't have a specific model for the run line, so I can't give you to precision what it is. I can tell you that the run line's a derivative of the money line. If you want to play it on the run line, it's a good play.
Yeah, I was more or less just in the case of anyone watching. Like I would, whether you like my opinion or not, I think this is one of those kind of things. We've had the question posed before: what do you do when do you bet a run line? These are the kind of games I feel like you do those in, especially when you see, like, look, I mean, Basener knows this. At BetUS currently, the team total for the Detroit Tigers is 2.5. That's super low. This could be. You guys mentioned, we haven't really seen the Garrett Cole. This is probably the game where it's. He gives up no or one run. And you have a great pen behind them. So, they're all going to get 9 at-bats as well. This would be the one I would do it with. I think this is like a 6-1 type of game. So I would kind of lean with that here.
Anytime that number creeps over $2 and we're getting it up to 230 or 240, you got to take a look at the run line. Again, especially, and we've talked about this before, that, the visiting team, we're going to get all those 9 at-bats. And they factor that in, of course, as well too. You're not going to get, you're still going to have to lay some decent juice with that. But again, what are we laying here on a run line? Probably maybe 130, 135, 140 on this. But yeah, you're right, guys. If there is ever a game to do it, it is probably here, because when you want to lay a run line, you want a dominant pitcher on your side and a guy that, maybe isn't so good. And we still don't know about Alexander, because he only has, one start behind him, but he did have 4 strikeouts, did not, have any walks in that game. So I don't think we know enough about Detroit, but we do know that the Tigers don't have those bats.
I do know that he has 2 first names.
This is true. Exactly. Yeah. Never trust those guys, right? Exactly.
No.
All right. So there it is. We're locking Mark in. The base winner. He is going with the Yankees. He's going to lay the lumber here at -230. So good luck to base winner on that. Yankees on the road at Detroit today.